Hello, playing a new tournament. Oops. It's similar to this previous one we did, the mono set tournament, only this time it's dual set, so it's pretty much exactly what you would expect, which is that we play with two sets, each person gets to pick one, and then they just get mixed together. So this is Intrigue Adventures, which is nice little set combo. 5.2, I'm going to open Magpie page here. Big gear stuff with Champion looks pretty good with other drawn stuff and things. You can cycle around through your page line pretty fast between gear and dungeon. So shouldn't take too long to get to the champion. And I think it's worth it to play with the champion for sure. Well, we'll see what he does. The format is, again, each game, each person gets to pick a set. There's some restrictions on how that works, but I'm not going to describe them because who cares. And then I don't know if I should probably contest Magpies a little bit. Then the format is first person to 2.5 wins. It's like the other one, and who cares? We'll just say who won or not. Alright, got a Magpie. Okay. I don't know how to balance the dungeons versus the Magpies, to be honest. Also versus the gears. A big Magpie win doesn't necessarily mean that much, though it will help cycle and as you get the silvers. It's also sort of nice for a treasure hunter kind of trickery. It's not great. This is a lot of silvers, way more silvers than I want to take, but I think I have to play it. It's gross. That's life. He's a little bit ahead, but as long as it's not like 30 turns difference on the champion timing, it should be fine. We didn't gain any Magpies there, which sucks, but it's alright. Okay. And I agree with getting a hireling. Hope he doesn't play his warrior now. He's got a shot at hitting my warrior. I don't know if I've actually had that happen to me ever. He must have his warrior, otherwise why would he discard the hireling? Alright, so fortunately my warrior was alright. Just by one card he survived. Quest is pretty bad here. Yeah, like an artificer. Okay. Probably getting rid of the replace. Feels like this treasure hunter is really not playable with that many cards. He gained 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards. I don't want 3 silvers. It's just too many. Just too many darn silvers. Now I don't know if I want a 3rd hireling, to be honest. Does he have? He hasn't played any of his hirelings yet. I mean, they're good, but I feel like I need some gaining. It would have been maybe nice to have a coin at some point earlier. I didn't really see a point where it was good, though. And then after this shuffle, it won't really matter. So I may not have a time to play this other treasure hunter, to be honest. If it's gonna be, that many silvers each time, I may just end up playing it for or just remodeling it into something else. It seems possible. I don't know about top decking the dungeon. I mean, 2 dungeon plays here is okay. He'll get around to his champion probably. Yeah, actually that looks pretty nice. I think he should take a gear. I think that's pretty clear. I'll get a gold here. I thought about a coin just because it goes away, but this seems better. Now, I don't know what to buy on 6 because, to be honest, I could just take a gear. Might be just as good as anything. The other possibility is another replace. At least in my mind, that's another possibility. Could just be artificer. We'll try replace. I mean, it's probably not the time for it, but I don't know how well a deck that would have gone heavy for the provinces would have done. It's hard for me to say. He did get to his champion. Yeah, so he's definitely a turn ahead or more, depending on how long it takes us to get through here. But he should be pretty much just taking gears with all of his gaining cards every time. Yep, I agree. And so if he's got his replace, he should really try to get another. Or he could get another artificer. That's fine too. Yeah. But yeah, just he should look to pile the gears as quickly as he can while he's ahead, and he should be in good shape. Alright, that's pretty nice. Definitely in a good spot. If he can get several more gears here. I'm not sure about playing the treasure hunter, but it does get him a warrior, which is cool for him. I mean, I went to province. I really shouldn't have done that yet, but I just maybe it'll trick him into rushing them down too. That estate is pretty weird, to be honest. Anyway, I'm glad he's kind of following on the greening because he could build a lot more than me. So, yeah, I think not playing the treasure hunter is probably best. It would be nice to have another hero here for the replace fuel, but what can you do? Not much. Yeah, I mean, hope he hasn't so many gears that he can't draw the deck, but that's not very likely. A hireling's just like a way more expensive lab, and a gear is better. It's just like getting a hireling is worse, I think, than having a gear, and you have to discard so many cards. So I can't say I much agree with that play, although I think he's still totally safe. I think he'll win quite easily. Should really get another gear on top here. Yep. This is about how this is gonna go. Namely, badly. It would be cool if his deck was a little worse. I doubt if it was worth it for me to replace this replace here. It probably should have just been. I probably should have kept the replace. I probably should have done nothing with the replaces and just bought province, so that I could threaten doing triple province. That was a bad play to get this gold. I mean, it lets me maybe like real double province instead of mill double province, but it's better, I think, to have the threat of a triple, where one's a mill, of course. But if your magpies draw really well, your artificer might be able to do something nice, but that takes quite some luck, I think. I didn't know he changed 2 of those for... Okay. Well, that was a little weird because that certainly leaves me a win possibility. That was bad end game by him, but may not matter. If I can't draw pretty well. Yeah, I needed to draw a little better with the magpies, unfortunately. I mean, I don't even actually have the tie, but it leaves a pretty easy tie. I didn't like his gold gains on them. Well, there aren't. Okay, so do I have a tie here? I do have a tie. So if there were a tunnel, I'd have a win. Yeah, I will definitely take the tie here. I guess I get to pick first. Alright, I'll say empires. I don't know how to signify ties on my score here. I'll do it like that. Okay. Yeah, that's the same. Okay. What's aqueduct? When I gain a treasure. Okay, it's that one. Buy victory cards to get the points. Or just gain victory card? Yeah, gain victory cards. Okay. Well then, I'm going to say since there's no draw that this looks like a rebuild game to me. And so I think that's true. I don't think the groundskeepers really work. I mean, you could try to trash and get ground. I mean, I guess having groundskeeper gives you a few extra points. I wonder what the interaction there is between rebuild and groundskeeper, if it's worth getting one. Or if it's in the end quite bad. Rebuild, as usual, has its chance to just empty piles really quickly. I don't know if Alter's worth it. This is kind of an interesting board, though it may not be good to do any of the somewhat interesting things. It's hard to say. It depends on, like, if you go catapult, if you hurt them very much or not, I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna say keep it simple, though I'm not really that sure if that's... Okay. Now this catapult doesn't really matter much. And my first duchy comes with extra points. That's cool. I'm not really sure what he's doing. That was a bad little reshuffle. Take patrician, I guess. He hasn't played his catapult yet. They must have collided. You know, if you get groundskeeper, that you'll just never draw it with the rebuilds. That's the main thing. Still no catapult attack yet. This, I keep drawing these, estates. I shouldn't have bought that silver. That's almost for sure just going to give him free points. So I'm going to end up with about 1 million estates, because I just never drew the rebuilds without them. So that's not a good sign. By any stretch. You could get Band of Misfits. That could be played as a death card for a province buy potentially. Or you can just get groundskeepers, of course. Though you may never have time to play with either one, really. He's drawn really well after this, though. At the start I was drawing really well, but he's got it here. This is really not... I'm not so sure. I mean, I understand the death card, but I'm not really sure that that's worth it. So... there's almost nothing worth buying. Even a Vagrant's pretty questionable. no good at all. Expect him to win pretty easily. See, that's funny to me. He takes a death card. He could take a band of misfits and it would do the same thing except not be horrible. So that's nice of him. Should do it that way. He drew really well in the middle. That was rough. When I hit the rebuild double estate twice, that really hurt. That's how those games go. Okay. I don't know what the rules, but I guess I'll do hinterlands. I don't know. I mean, I don't really care about the sets. They're all good sets. And now I think we're supposed to have, well, it won't matter. And he's got to go for, I know, man, I know. I'm getting there. We got a really nice menagerie board. And probably the opening here is either... Yeah, I don't like Nomad Camp. Probably the opening here is either... I guess he's going for Fool's Gold. That's totally okay with me. I'm gonna say the opening is probably either Oasis Silver or Silver Oracle. We'll do the Oasis Silver. I'm glad he took a second Nomad Camp. I think that's bad. Yeah, I'll take a Nomad Camp. This is nice. What do I have on top here? I have... I don't know, like an Oasis maybe? I have no idea if my thing's gonna actually come out in time. I just have to be able to get 4 provinces is the big thing. So, well, that or some combination of. I think my last card's. No, I played the N earlier, never mind. That or some combination of other things. So. Do I want the third horn already? What are my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I have 8. Maybe a cartographer just to be on the safer side. I assume his next hand is already set up for a province since he didn't discard anything. Seems like a safe bet. Oracle's not bad either at this point. I have enough villages. Okay, so this is all right. Probably not gonna activate menageries. Let's see. Okay. And maybe I don't want the nomad camp. Well, it's probably all okay. This is a bit of a sad draw, I guess. I'm not sure what the right thing is there, but. Sure. Lose those. We don't have enough to do 5 provinces. So we can't actually go off this turn. Not that I would necessarily get there. Don't need those. We'll get rid of those. Well, I think there's a lot of horns on the top here, so that looks all about right to me. Yeah, so I needed this turn to come. Well, actually, not exactly this turn, but because I don't have enough money. But horns are nice. They can gain me duchies that I do not have. Through border village, I can gain duchies that still play nicely. I mean, I don't have to. That didn't make any sense. I can gain duchies without losing the horns of plenty, which is nice. Yeah, I'll take a 4th one of those. They're pretty good. So probably want another oracle. I don't want to go too far on the border villages. I want there to be some left in case I do need to gain duchies through them. Yeah, I think we want all these. So we'll play one border village, then activate the first menagerie. Seems good. So if we can do what I just did again, we should be good to go. Don't even have to quite do that much. Well, no, he doesn't have a choice. That's the deck he built. I mean, there's no getting around that. I wonder if it's worth it to have a cartographer. Almost has to be. The big thing now is just getting to the third Horn of Plenty. That's pretty much the only thing that matters. I don't know at what point. Okay, that's good. That helps. I mean, these I probably won't use, but which means I should technically discard them so that I can shuffle them back in within. Yeah, I think that's actually true. I think we've already played enough uniques that that's not an issue. As long as... Oh, there's the horn. Never mind. Okay. We should still make sure, though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yeah, we're fine. Get the 3 provinces, we'll tie, and then buy a tunnel. I should have just ended it, but... Oh, I even have extra stuff, don't I? Because I have the 4 Horns of Plenty. I forgot I got extras of those. An extra one of those. Okay, so we're both at 1.5. But I don't care. We already did intrigue. I'll say base. I like base. This will be basically pure base game. I think on the I'll just leave it possible, I guess. I don't know what the odds are if they're really high or what. I'm not sure what the rule's supposed to be. Well, we didn't get summon. We did get black market though. That was our only promo. Which is a good card. Not really much trashing. Workshop. Oh, Envoy. It's also a promo. I forgot Envoy. Envoy is good here. Well, I'm gonna open with Militia. The question is whether I pair it with Silver. I think you gotta pair it with Silver. There's just not. Just gotta get the Witch. I guess he's doing Workshop Gardens. Workshop Gardens isn't very good. This is a bad draw. Especially if you start buying gardens right away. People for some reason think Workshop Gardens is a good thing, but it's not any good. So I don't know if I actually can build the engine though. I may just play Witch Money. There's question of what to play though. Feels like it's gonna take so long. I have to remodel stuff and either workshop things or something. I mean, it's gonna be super slow going. I'm almost. Oh, and he's buying estates too. Yeah, that's. I'm just gonna try, and this might be completely awful, but I'm gonna just try Witch Money. That's not good. You have to hit province though. Otherwise you lose. So his gardens can go up a little bit. That's no good. His gardens did just go up, so that's alright. Now I have to figure out. Man, I wish I was watching when they went up. To know whether I'm supposed to buy this workshop or not. Or also whether I'm supposed to play this witch. I don't know when they went up. It was somewhere around here. He's getting 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards, 4, 5. I'm gonna say it's okay for me to buy the workshop. I don't think playing the witch is ever right. But I wasn't counting his cards, so... It feels like it hadn't been 10 cards. What I played was stupid, but Workshop Gardens is just terrible. Anyway, I didn't play all of those all that greatly, but it worked out. And thank you for watching.